Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and if more people hop on, that's great. If not, I'm recording it so that people can watch it later. And you'll have to bear with me because we live in the country and our internet is very sketchy, so I might like come in and out a little bit, so just bear with me. I'm Kayla Gilbert. I'm Presidential Diamond with It Works. I joined the business almost 4 years ago, honestly, just to make an extra $500 a month, but the amazing thing about this business is that you can truly do whatever you want with it as long as you don't give up. So we were able to make more money than we ever dreamed. My husband and I were both able to quit our jobs, and I do this full time. And then my husband has a side business that he runs full time. So we're at home every day with our baby boy, and it's just such a blessing. And it's all because of this business. Without this vehicle for income, we would not have been able to do that. So when the different ladies talk tonight, they're going to share just a quick snippet of why they joined and what the business has done for them. But I really just want to get into the core of our businesses. And this is going to be some basic things that you should be doing every single day. There's always more to learn. With this business, it's not always going to be the same thing all the time. You're going to have to adapt to change and trying different things. And so this is what's working right now for us. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Jenna, and she's going to share a quick snippet about her and why she joined. And then also, Jenna, if you could kind of start diving into posting, why we post, how to post, where to find posts, that kind of good stuff. And I'll ask you some questions in between there.
Hey guys, my name's Jenna. I am a Triple Diamond leader, and I have been with It Works for a little over 3 years. And I joined this business basically to cover daycare. I had a 1-year-old little boy at the time, and I worked at the hospital as a full-time X-ray tech, and my husband was a police officer. So we both had great full-time incomes. But we were living on a tight budget, and I wasn't a fan of that. I wanted to spoil my little boy, and I wanted to shop pretty much. So I joined this business to make that extra $500 a month so I could do that, and quickly caught the vision and never gave up and just stayed consistent. And now I work part-time from the hospital, so no more weekends, no more holidays. I work maybe 3 days a week. And life is good. We're living almost debt free, and things have really changed, and it's all because of this business, and it's great.
I love
so that's just a little about me. And we have another little boy named Bo. We had him.
Kind of dive into why it's important to post every day, and then how often you post during the day, and then where to find posts. So those, just tap on those 3 questions really quick.
Okay, so basically when I post and how I post is drastically changed since I have started. So lately what I've been doing is I want to be a product of the product, and I want to show my audience what I'm using, how I'm using it, why I'm using it, and why I'm so passionate about this business. And it's because these products have changed my life. They help me get my body back after pregnancy, and I'm a lot healthier now than I ever used to be. So I want my audience to see that, and I really truly believe in these products, and I know they work. They've worked for me. They've worked for several of my customers, and they watch me make them every single day. So every single day you're going to see me probably post about the coffee because it is my lifeline. I drink it every single day, whether it's pumpkin spice, regular, or salted caramel. You're going to see me post about that every single morning. So and then I'm posting on my stories too. So whether it's on my timeline or my stories, you're going to see me making my coffee or my celery, or most likely both. And then you're going to see me post about it on my profile. And then you're going to see me post an opportunity post, because I want to spread this opportunity to as many people as possible, because this business has changed my life, and I know there's more lives out there that I can change because of what this business has done for me. And I feel like if I'm not talking about it every single day, I am doing a disservice to every single person, because everybody deserves this business, and they can change everybody's life if they're willing to, to consistently work. So I am telling my story, what this business has done, where I was at, and what this business has done for me every single day in a different way, a different form. And usually I'm doing that about 8 o'clock at night when I feel like my audience is like the biggest, because kids have gone to bed and you have adults just mindlessly scrolling on Facebook. So I'm going to put a family picture or a picture with me and my boys, and something that's going to grab somebody's attention, and it's going to be my story, and it's going to be offering the opportunity to a mom or to a college student or anybody that's looking for that extra income like I was, because that's what caught my attention. Kayla posted that she paid for her daycare with a weekly bonus, and I was just like, okay, she has offered this business to me a million times and I've said no, but that one post that she said caught my eye. That one thing she said caught my eye, and I immediately messaged her and I said, I'm in. I don't know what she just did, but I just want to do it because that's going to change my family's life. So every single day I'm posting about the opportunity. So I'm posting about what products I'm using, and I'm posting the opportunity every single day. I never ever miss a single day, because if you're not posting, your business is closed. And
good job. Yeah, good. That's good. So what she's saying is every day she's posting maybe once about the product, a product post, and then once about the business opportunity. So we're not sitting here telling you that you have to be on your phone all day long posting. That's not necessary. But posting at least once a day about a product, and then once in the evening or whenever you have time about the business opportunity. And a lot of times when you start, you don't feel like you have a story to share, but you actually do. There's a reason why you joined. There's a reason, what you see doing this business doing for you. And so you talk about those things. And then, if you have not watched the video on the Zero Gravity page that's called How to Post, have your upline tag you in it, because it goes through, it's only 15 minutes long, and it goes exactly through how I go about posting every day, where I find posts, how just my whole strategy behind posting. And it's very simple. And then also there's a group called Signing Loyal Customers and Distributors that has hundreds of posts that you can literally copy and paste. So really there's no excuse for not posting or not knowing what to post, because that page has so much stuff that you can literally just pick one and, put it on your Facebook and be done. So another important thing is to post on your stories. So I did not use stories didn't even exist when I first started this business, but posting on your feed is great, but make sure that you're also posting daily on your stories. And there's series of story posts that you can use on Zero Gravity, our Facebook page as well, in the album section, and you can literally just pull those photos and save them to your phone and then upload them to your stories. But that's just, it's so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't sit around for hours and think, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post. Just go to those pages, find something that speaks to you, and then use it. And you can also plan out your week. If on Sundays you have some time, decide what you want to post about Monday through Saturday. Just don't overcomplicate this, especially if you're busy, because we all are. Plan out your days. Like, say you want to post about the keto coffee, every morning, and then maybe you want to post about the cleanse in the afternoon, and then you want to do an opportunity post. Like, that's so simple. It's going to feel repetitive to you, posting is, but it's supposed to be. That's essentially what marketing and sales is. It's repetitive. Think about the commercials that you see on TV. It's always the same ones, and then the holidays come and they switch it up a little bit. But people have to see something 7 to 21 times before they're actually going to buy it. So you have to be constantly posting every single day. You'll never see a day go by that I don't have something on my stories or I don't have something on my newsfeed. So what I'm going to tell you is copy the right cat. We've been in this business Jenna's been in for 3, I've been in for almost 4. We know what we're doing. And so if you need some advice, or, you need to see what we're doing, just go to our pages, look and see what we're doing. That's what I did when I started. I literally followed Aaron and some other top leaders, and I just looked at what they were doing and I mimicked that. success leaves clues. So don't sit around and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, look at our page, go see what we're doing today. Thanks, Jenna. Okay. Also, Jenna, I want you to talk about adding to your network. Explain why that's important, and then also how you go about finding new friends.
Okay, so posts or adding to your network is super important because, and I didn't understand this at first when I first joined the business, and it was actually scary to me because I was like, I don't want strangers getting into my network. Like, it would just scare the crap out of me, and I didn't do it at first. But then, like, my warm market, like, it stopped. Like, I sold to all my friends or family, and then I kind of slowed down. So you add to your network so your audience gets bigger. You create new friends. So you can spread the products. You can reach more people. More people want the opportunity. So you want to add to your networks. And how I do that is I find boutiques or clothing brands that I love, and I go to either if I'm on Instagram, I can go to their following, or if I'm on Facebook, and you can do this on Instagram too, I go to like a picture, say there's an outfit. I'm like, oh, I would wear that outfit. I love it. I'll look at the comments or the people that like that outfit. And I know they're active on Instagram because they're liking those pictures. And I'll go through and add people to my network. I'll add people that I feel like would be good at the business, and I can look at their profile real quick. Some are private, some are not. And I can tell if they're with another network marketing company. I usually don't add them. And I just add, I usually add at least 100 to 200 people on Instagram a day, and then about 25 to 50 people on Facebook a day. And that's just I just find people that have common interest in what I have interest in, whether that's sports or fitness or, like I said, boutiques, or I think Kayla does kids resale shops.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I do as well. And like Jenna said, when you first get started in the business, you're going to have a lot of sometimes family, friends, acquaintances, people that know you through somebody else that are going to reach out to you. And then after a period of time, that kind of wears off. But y'all, I can honestly say that there hasn't been a single month in this business that I haven't signed a customer, because I have always been growing my network. And now I sell to people and have people join my team that I don't even know. Like, I really don't know them, but they're people that I've been adding to my network over time and building a relationship with them over social media. So don't be afraid to send a friend request out to someone. I always think I'm genuinely and feel like I have interest in this person. Like, I would probably be friends with them in real life. And so I feel like I have something I can offer to them. So like Jenna said, my thing is I go to children's resale clothing boutiques and I add moms because that's my main target. But if you're not a mom, don't do that. Find groups that you have interest in. If you're a college student, there's got to be college student groups out there. If you, like Jenna said, boutique clothing groups, there's beauty groups, cooking groups, fitness groups, hunting, sports teams. There's all kinds of Facebook groups out there. And so that's where I go and I join new groups and I add people from those groups. And then the same with Instagram. I'll find brands that I like. So, for me, it's like baby brands that I'll go to the pages and see who's liking them. And then I'll add the people from that are liking those photos. But you can do that with anything. Like if you watch The Bachelor, all those girls in The Bachelor have Instagram accounts. Just think out kind of outside the box. Like, what are you interested in? And then go to those accounts and see who's
I already do that. Don't go there.
Don't do that. Think about, like, what do you do in your spare time? And then go to that Instagram account, because literally everyone has an Instagram. So, add those people because you already have something in common. Like, you already watched The Bachelor, then you already have that in common. So that's where I literally add all of my people from. And then That's how you add to your network every day. And then over time, you grow this beautiful network. When I started out, I did not have 18,000 Instagram followers. Like that was not the case at all. I maybe had 1,000, maybe. But over time, I've built that up by being consistent with adding to my network. Perfect. And then we also have a video on Wrap It Up, or it's not called Wrap It Up anymore. Excuse me. Zero Gravity, called Adding to Your Network on Social Media. If you haven't watched that one, please watch it. Have your upline tag you in it. It goes over, it's 15 minutes long as well. It goes over exactly how I add to my network. It gives screenshots of what I do. It's so simple. So that's something that, posting should be on your daily tasks list every day, and then adding to your network should be on your daily task list every day. Okay, thanks, Janae. Okay, I'm going to move on to Katie, and she is going to touch on talking to people in person. Let's talk about people in person first, Katie. And go ahead and introduce yourself, and just say like why you joined and what the business has done for you.
Okay, so I'm Katie. I'm a diamond leader. I've been in the business for a little over a year now. I joined, it was $20, and I barely even had the $20 to join with. I was actually scared to go home and tell Gunnar what I had done with like the last $30 that I had in my account. But I did it because we were already struggling. It was in August, and he worked slow seasons through the winter, and I just really did not know, even with working full time, how we were going to pay all of our bills that we had coming up. So, I just took a leap of faith. I'd been watching Kayla for a long time. I had actually had her on my Facebook for about 2 years. I bought wraps from her right after I had Jace. So I already knew a little bit about the products. I knew I liked them. And like I said, I just leaped. It was the best thing I had ever done. I now get to stay home. I create the same income that I was creating full time. And it's just completely changed my life. And I definitely did not think I wanted to be stay-at-home mom. But the business just allowed the freedom to make those decisions. I think that I didn't want to make it because I didn't realize it could be an option. So the business has opened a lot of doors, and just overall changed my family's life.
Love it, Katie. Yeah, see, did you catch that? She'd been watching me for 2 years. So that's why you can never give up in this business, because you never know who's going to join. And then they're going to go diamond on your team, which when you might be, when you're new, you don't really understand that, but that means more money for you. So it's really exciting. And so, Katie, talk about how you said that recently you've been talking to a lot of people in person. Can you kind of talk about how you go about doing that?
Yeah. So my biggest thing, and I learned it really quick. When I first joined, I reached out to a lot of my close friends and families, kind of like what Jenna was saying. But that network only goes so far. And even then I wasn't talking to most of the people. It was just that they were seeing the post. My mom sees my post. Okay, she comments. My cousin sees my post. She comments. But I wasn't realizing until here recently, actually after Green Carpet, that talking about it more with friends around us. We say Gunnar has a friend and he's over, and he says something about, oh, hey, what do you do, by the way? Like, I keep seeing you make all these posts. And I shared it with him, and he shared it with his girlfriend, who then became a potential in the business and then joined. So you never really, we sometimes make assumptions on, oh, they just wouldn't be interested, but you don't know who they are going to contact as well. And just because they see those posts, he's not going to go tell his girlfriend, hey, did you see what Katie posted? When you actually share with them, you're creating a personal relationship with them. And some people get scared, of multi-level marketing, or, they see all these things and they think, oh, that person's just annoying on Facebook, or, things like that. They don't actually connect with you. And even your family can be that same way. My dad told me right after I started, hey, I'm unfollowing you on Facebook because I'm tired of seeing your posts. But so I don't talk about the products all the time with him because I just assume people see them on my posts. but they don't. Facebook algorithms change. Your friends change on how they see it. So if you never really discuss the products with even the people you're around, I mean, they may not actually know. You cannot assume at any point in time that people are constantly seeing your posts. Like I said, it's just, and since I've done that, I've reached out to more people, people that I know, people that I don't know, just being even at the dollar store and standing in line and hearing people complain about, how much their coffee costs, or, different things like that. And it's just, oh, you pull out and you pay with your It Works card, and people see that. People, kind of things like that. A gas station, the people that I see almost every day, whenever I stop in the morning, she asked me the other morning, she said, "You never ever buy anything in here but water." And I was buying breakfast. And she asked me why. And I said, "Well, I ran out of my keto coffee. And, normally it's my breakfast replacement." And having that conversation with her, I signed a loyal customer of keto coffee. So you just never know what people are looking for, and you never realize how those little comments can just really, connect to the people that you don't even know. I mean, I only know her first name from her name tag. So, but she sees my face all the time and it's familiar. So people really relate to people on a personal level.
I love that. I especially love, I think, people get scared to say things in person because they think that you have to walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, have you ever heard of It Works? Like, do you want some products?" Like, no, that's not really how to go about it. But I love how you just casually, when she asks you, you're buying breakfast, you didn't say, "Because I'm hungry." You explain, "Well, usually I have my keto coffee, but, I ran out of it." And of course, most people don't know what keto coffee is, so they're going to ask what it is, and that gives you the perfect opportunity to explain that. So, yeah, when somebody asks me, like, in person, like, what I do, I always just, because people they'll say, like, "What is this that you're doing?" I always just say, "Hey, I have an all-natural health and wellness business with over 50 products that I can work on social media." And it's so simple. And they might ask, "Well, what products do you have?" And then you can be like, "Well, we have tons. Like, is there something that you kind of suffer with?" And that gives you the door to, like, open that conversation. So I love those, like, in-person techniques. And yeah, same. Like, there's plenty of people that that have been girlfriends or wives of JB's friends that have bought products from me, or joined the team because they talked to JB, and then, he was able to, talk about that with them. So don't ever forget those people that you've been building relationships with your whole life. Okay, talk about, everybody is scared of the live video. So kind of talk about why it's important, and not necessarily doing a live video every day, but every once in a while to go live or to do a pre-recorded video and then put that up.
Okay, so first of all, I will say I am probably just as scared as lives as like 90% of the newbies that will start. They intimidate me. I don't like getting up in the morning. I am not a morning person. My child's running around. Our AC is loud. My dog barks. But when I did the lives, and I was slowly learning basically what to talk about in the live. So what do people actually want to see? I share my story a lot already, and a lot of in-depth posts on my Facebook every day. I post that all the time, and I post about the products, but sometimes it gets hard to actually post about, your own, like, why do you personally use the products? I mean, it's easy to say, look at these results, look at these testimonies, but sometimes, you kind of lose track of, okay, why do I use them? And people want to see you believe in the products. And so it's just like what Jenna said, you have to be a product of the product. And I 100% believe that. You have to believe in the products. You have to be excited about them. And you can only show so much excitement in a post. You can only share so much excitement through a message. But your voice, people seeing your face, people seeing your reality and how they can use these products in their actual day-to-day crazy life, whatever it is, that's what will get them. I'm like, I don't want to see somebody post about how they have this coffee And it takes, like Jenna. Okay, her coffee posts look gorgeous. All of her coffee every morning does. And if I just seen those posts, I would think, I don't have time to sit there and make myself a pretty cup of coffee. Like, I don't, I just want something I can just throw in my mug and I can move on. But if you watch her videos and you see, okay, look, it literally took her like less than a minute to do that. It kind of puts that into perspective, how easy, how convenient they are. And, it's okay, this is how she likes it. So, once again, I think it's that in-person thing. And not to mention the fact that, lives will boost up. People get notified when you go live on your Facebook. It's an easy way to get more people to see your posts. And they don't have to be long, like, a minute to 5 minutes even, somewhere in that range, just enough to get somebody in there and be excited about it, like, hey, or, be honest. Hey, this morning kind of stinks. My kid was up all night. Or, if you're in college, I was up doing homework all night. And this is what I'm going to use. And this is why. And like, on my cleanse day, I went through and I talked about, how I was going to drink my cleanse and how I was going to have my best fat fuel for lunch. And, I kind of laid out a couple of different products that I'm going to use through the whole day. So, lives are a really good thing to use. I personally know that I need to use them more as well. But yeah, like I said, just creating that personal relationship with people will go a long ways.
Yes, 100%. I love everything that you said. And I think that like the picture on your feed is the finished product, but like the video is the behind the scenes. And that's where people really get to know you. So this business is all about people getting to know you, liking you, and trusting you. And they'll do that so much quicker through a video. And what I don't go live that often. And so if you're scared of that, what I would suggest is starting out doing little videos on your stories. So if you go to my Instagram today or my Facebook stories today, you'll see that I just went and did a quick little video talking about the business opportunity. If you go to Jenna's Instagram today, you're going to see her talking about making her coffee. So it's just these quick little videos. And like Katie said, you can talk about like your kids while you're making the coffee and people get to know you a little better. Videos are by far going to boost your algorithm, get you sales quicker. People are going to join your team quicker than just posting. So I highly encourage you to just start. It's going to be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it was perfect, nobody would relate to you. Like if your video was perfect, if I saw a perfect video, I would be like, no. The whole reason that I joined Erin Tweed was because she was imperfect and I related to her. So, going on camera with, no makeup or your hair a mess or whatever it is, that's relatable and people can see that. And if they think that if you can do it, then so can they. So I just encourage you when you get your kit, even just to make a video or go live about, getting your kit, trying some of the products in there, and then posting those because those are definitely going to get you more inquiries, more sales, and it's just something that you're going to have to implement because of the way Facebook and Instagram is changing the algorithms. It's just important to be doing video. So highly encourage you to be doing video. And like I said, if you don't know necessarily what to do, go look at ours. Go look at our pages. You're going to see videos in our stories. You can watch lives that we have done and you can get ideas from there. So, all right. Thank you, Katie. All right, I'm going to move on to my friend Ariane, and she is going to introduce herself and then talk about interaction. So hang on, let me unmute you, friend. All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Ariane. I've been in the business for a year now, like a year and a week. And I joined, I'm a military spouse and mom, and I joined to basically support my husband so he didn't carry the burden of being the only income earner. And we couldn't quite afford for me to go to work and cover daycare as well. So I joined so I could stay at home with at the time, she was only a couple months old, baby girl, and support the husband, help us get out of debt a little bit. And yeah, that's why I joined. And now the business has covered, oh my goodness, it has covered like groceries, diapers. I know it's generic, but with our daughter had severe medical issues. So diapers were like 5 times more in cost than they would cost someone else because of all of the medical issues. It's covered trips for us to see dad. And then it lets me, being a military spouse, I can take my work wherever. So not just like I can take it in the car with me to the coffee shop. I can take it to whatever state we move to, and I don't have to worry about losing my job. We just moved a week ago from Colorado to Texas, and I still have a job. So that's what the business has done for us.
I love it. And that is, being able to not have to worry about finding a job and just continuing this business, picking it up, right where you left it off in the last state. What a blessing. And then something else that she didn't touch on, which is huge, is her daughter was in the hospital for a week or longer. I cannot remember how long it was, having surgery, and she was able to be there. She didn't have to ask for time off. She didn't have to go without pay. That's just the amazing thing about this business, is because you can be there. You can literally be there and be able to work at the same time. So Arian, talk to us about Interact. So we talked about adding new friends and why that's important. Now talk to us about interacting with them and engaging with people, and why we want to do that and build those relationships.
So it comes down to establishing trust. You buy from people that you trust. You buy from brands that you trust. You're looking on Instagram and JWoww is talking about the FabFitFun box, and now people are buying from her because they trust her. So they trust her. She's talking about all these great products, so they buy from her. Well, they use her code or whatever it is, so she gets kickback. And when it comes to you're adding to your network and getting people that you don't know, well, if I don't know someone, the chance of me just buying direct sales from them slim to none, because I don't know them. Now, if it's someone that I trust, I have a relationship with, then I am probably going to buy from them. And so when you establish a relationship with them, you know about them, their needs, their pain points, their wants, so you can better serve them. And this business is about serving people, what you can do for other people. It's not about serving yourself. So when you have a relationship and you know them, you're better able to help them. And so in order to establish relationships, you have to engage and interact with people. You have to go onto their page and comment on their photos. People want to feel loved and liked. That's why there's the love and like options on photos. And when people know that they're loved and liked, they're probably going to interact with you more. And when they're interacting with you more, they're going to see your posts more. Kayla, I watched her for 2 years. She commented on every single one of my Instagram photos for 2 years, so beautiful, so gorgeous. I mean, it was generic, but at the time it was oh my goodness, this girl is taking time out of her day to tell me I feel beautiful, and I've just been in army fatigues for 2 weeks sweating in Afghanistan. And so I started following her because she was commenting on my stuff. And just that's why that engagement and interacting is so important. And engagement then also opens up conversations too, to talk about the business, to talk about the products. Just like Katie said, she was engaging with someone, having a conversation, and it opened up the door for her to talk to the gal about the keto coffee. And so like I had one gal, I don't even know how I found her on Facebook. I have no idea who she is. Don't know how I met her. We started talking about our baby girl names and baby girl nursery plans. And then she started following me and watched me make coffee. And then she was like, I'm buying that coffee as soon as I have my baby girl. And she just had her baby like 2 weeks ago, and she's about to order coffee. But that's because I spent 6 months interacting with her. And so I'll take that, one customer of building a relationship. And also when you have a relationship with them, they're probably going to spend more time supporting you. So they're not just going to be like a one and done customer. Like I had one customer now, and she truly is a loyal. I spent like 3 months talking nutrition with her, talking meal plans, talking like some medical issues she had. And she had said flat out to me, I've bought these products before and I don't want to be just a number to you. And I know that, yes, you have to make money. And I said, no problem. I'm here to help you, like whatever you need. So spent months talking with her and engaging and creating this relationship. And now she's been ordering consistently for 4 months. Every time we have a new product, she jumps on and orders it. She loves the product. She's lost 40 pounds now. And she'll continue ordering products just because we had a really good relationship. So that's why relationship building and engaging is important.
Yes, that's so perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I always say that like my Facebook really and Instagram really aren't like, they're fun, but really to me, they're my business. That's my business tools. So you're not going to find me just scrolling aimlessly on Facebook and Instagram without leaving comments or hitting the love button. Because my red personality, if you haven't taken the color personality test, you should to find out what color you are. But my red personality wants to make money. And so I am thinking while I'm scrolling, I'm going to be also working so that this is an income producing activity. And so I'm going to be leaving genuine comments on people's things. I'm going to be loving their stuff or doing haha, whatever it is. Something else that I absolutely love to do on Instagram is go through people's stories and send them messages if I see something that I like. So like a lady, I'm going to mute you, Ariane, just so, because sweet little Aria, I know that you probably need to go, but so she had posted on one of her stories this Lightning McQueen tent, and I commented and sent her a message. I was like, oh my gosh, my little boy would love that. He loves Lightning McQueen too. That's such an easy way to start a conversation and build a relationship with somebody. Or if you see somebody post something funny, like people love posting funny stuff on Facebook and Instagram, and like hit the haha button and be like, oh my gosh, this is so me. Like I love going through people's stories, and because it also sends them a direct message, and they're going to get that message and open it, and they're going to be like, oh, who is this messaging me? And then they're going to go to my profile to find out who I am. But commenting, messaging people through their stories, and then hitting the love button. And don't hit the like button. That doesn't do anything for you. That will not help. Just make sure you hit the love button or the haha button, any of that good stuff. I try to spend at least 15 minutes a day just interacting. You're on your phone way more than 15 minutes a day. So just think when you're scrolling, at least hit the love button, leave a comment. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to move over to my friend Louise, and we're going to talk about one of the most important things in this business besides everything else that we've talked about. So if you're making a list right now, posting, adding to your network, making videos, going live, interacting. So those are 4 things that you can be doing every day. And then this one is so important because without it, I would not have a single customer or distributor. Following up. Okay, so Louise, go ahead and introduce yourself. And so I don't know if she's going to share this, but I actually sent Louise a message asking her to join the business, and she told me no. She told me no. So don't worry if people tell you no, they will still join your team. And then 2 weeks later, she joined me. So, Louise, go ahead and talk about why you joined, what it's done for you. And
without any questions.
so, following up.
There's my blue. All right, so my name's Louise. I've been in the business it'll be 2 years at the end of January. Like Kayla said, she was just picked me up on Instagram one day. I said no, and then the next week I was like, what is this girl doing? So, and that was the end of the story. So basically, what this business has done for us, I'm a registered nurse and I work management during the week. And I'm still in my office. And during the weekends, I would work evenings or overnights on a different unit. So I just was able to stop doing that. So I was able, I just stayed here tonight, so my kids, you don't have to hear them. But so I was able to stop working overnights on a transplant unit, as well as stop working evenings that kind of rotated throughout the month. So that's kind of what this business has done for us. So it was able to bring me home. At the time, my husband was home with both of our children because they were little. So he was a full-time daddy and I was a full-time worker bee. So that's what it's done for us. So as far as following up, so I would say, 90% of the people I get for customers and even distributors are from follow-ups. I mean, and it takes you a while to get used to the whole idea of if they don't respond to you. So like I had a gal last week who I have messaged her probably 5 times over the last 5 months and she's never responded. But you know what? She inquired originally and she never said no. So as far as I can see it, she has not said no to me. She was the one who was interested. Now, maybe all the 5 times I followed up with her, she's had a kid on her hip or dinner or her husband or something's going on. But at some point she's going to respond. And when she responds, she may say, I'm not interested. And after maybe the 3rd or 4th message, I say, if you are not interested, seriously, just tell me no. I am totally fine with it and I will stop bugging you. And sometimes that will make them come around and they'll be like, oh no, I was just busy. Or, I'll say, did I catch you at a bad time? Or did I do something to offend you? Or I'll send a funny GIF. Those are good ways to get people to kind of pay attention. Like I just send a funny hello, like that cat waving, or the Mrs. Doubtfire, for those of you that are old that know what Mrs. Doubtfire is. And that seems to be, the way that I can get them to respond. But I've had people, that I've brought on as customers or even distributors that have had family members in the business. And once they bought the products and they had them at home and their family member came over and was like, I sell that. And because of my follow-up, they remembered that I did it and they didn't even realize their family members were doing it. So, I mean, like everybody says, I would say fortune is in the follow-up and make sure you're creating lists and whatever organization works for you, just make it work for you. Some people like, technology, some people like paper, but just do something that works for you. And every time anybody, like as we're on this call, I've written down like 6 names, put, LC's in one list, DT's in one list, and just put it somewhere. So at some point you can put it in the Connect app if you're using that, which you should be, but we're all busy. So just at least put it on a piece of paper or put it in your calendar. If you're out and about, screenshot their name, put that in or like in a group in your phone, like PLCs or PDTs or something and the month name and throw it in there until you're not out and about. But just don't forget, because the minute you forget, Jenna's going to go talk to them or Katie's going to go talk to them. And then you've lost it. You did all that work for 5 months or 2 years or 3 years, and you just lost it because you didn't write that name down or you didn't follow up that 17th time. So.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes, Kayla.
That's perfect. Yeah, I can't say this enough because a lot of times people just give up. They just like, oh, well, she told me, she ignored me. Cool. I signed like 3 distributors last week because I followed up with them like 4 times. And it's not because they didn't want to join the business. Maybe they had more questions or maybe they were cooking dinner and missed my message, or maybe their kid had their phone and they didn't even know they got a message. People get busy and they forget. And so it's our job to follow up until they tell us, no, thank you. I don't ever want to hear from you again. Because if you don't, like, you're missing out. You're not going to make a sale without following up. You're just not going to. There has never been a time. Okay, there's maybe been 1 or 2 times that somebody thought something right on the spot. But it usually doesn't happen unless I say, like, the next day, hey, did you have any more questions about that product? Hey, did you have any more questions about the business? And if they don't respond to that one, I'll send it again the next day. Hey, did you get that message? Do you have any more questions about the products? Do you have any more questions about the business? I'm going to try to get them to respond to me in some way, whether it's, I just don't have the money right now, or I need to think about it a little bit longer or whatever it is. And then I'm still going to follow up with them again until they say, no, I don't want it, or stop talking to me. But I'm like Louise says, I'm going to keep following up with them, and you're not annoying them, because if you were, they would tell you to quit contacting them, or they'd block you. I promise. They want the product and they want the opportunity. They just, sometimes people have to sit on it for a minute and they have to process it. And that's why it's also important to be posting every day, because while you're posting, they're seeing that. And so you're also putting things inside their head. And so, you have to follow up. Like, you just have to, like, you have to follow up. You have to keep being persistent and consistent with that. Or you're not going to get a customer. You won't get a distributor, but you have to follow up. Okay. So that's the main things that we want to talk about. We want to talk about posting. We want to talk about adding to your network, going live, making videos, making sure you're interacting with people. And then also, following up. I'll touch a little bit on messaging. If you're not comfortable messaging right out of the gate, it's totally fine. You can start with these simple tasks and ease your way into that. I started messaging people that I knew when I first joined the business about the products, because I wanted to start out with a bang. Like, I just wanted 1 million customers right off the start. So I just sent people that I knew a message that says, hey, and this was, kind of like a chicken noodle soup list. People that loved me and supported me. I sent them messages, hey, I started a new business. I think we have some amazing products that you'd like. Would you be interested in learning more? So that's a message that you can send to them, and kind of go from there. That's a warm way to message. And you can kind of start off with that and see how it goes. But we're here to help you with anything that you need. I'll tell you that people will not like all of your posts, but they're watching. I don't get a whole lot of likes or comments on my business posts or my product posts, but I know that people are watching because they'll message me. So don't expect to have 100 likes on every single post. That's just not going to happen. Sometimes I have 0. So that's normal. You're going to hear no. You're going to hear the word no. So just get used to that. Let it roll off your sleeve. It has nothing to do with you. It's not personal. Y'all, I heard no. I don't know if you guys saw my post in Zero Gravity, but I was literally working at the library today and I heard no about 15 times in a row. And I was ready to punch somebody, but I was like, this is just part of it. This is just part of it. It's not going to stop me, and I'm going to keep going. And later on in the day, I got some yeses. So, it's just important to know that you're going to hear the word no, but be resilient and just keep going. And being consistent with all of this. You cannot do this on a Monday and then not do this again until next Monday. That's not the way you're going to build a business. You have to be consistent with these things every day. So figure out what works for you. How long, look at your schedule and think, okay, well, how long can I work today? Can I work my works business today? If it's an hour, then sit down and do a timer. So for 10 minutes, get a post up. For 10 minutes, add to your network. For 10 minutes, interact. For 10 minutes, send out some messages. For 10 minutes, follow up, and then repeat it. But do these things every day. Don't fall into a trap of being inconsistent. The reason that we have all gotten to Diamond, which is that average of 2,000 and plus and beyond, is because all of us have been consistent with our business. There hasn't been a month where we've been like, all right, I'm taking off. So the holidays are coming up. Things get busy, but I just really encourage you to keep working your business, because if you could continue to work your business through these next 2 months consistently, when the new year comes, your business will blow up, because it's a new year and people are looking for weight loss. They are looking for more money. They have New Year's goals. So this is a great time that you've joined, and to really just get a foundation built for your business and kind of get some customers and distributors underneath your belt. And then in January, just your business will blow up as long as you're consistent. Obviously take your family time. I have set business hours for myself. So usually I'm not working at this hour. But I wanted to do this training for you guys. Usually from 5 to 9ish, I'm not really working my business a whole lot, unless we're just sitting around watching TV. And that's family time to me. For me, I can work my business from about 8 to noon, really hardcore, and then here and there throughout the afternoon, and then in the evening I have my family time. So don't feel like you have to be on your phone all day long. You do not. If you feel like you were on your phone all day long, please message me, because that is not how this business is supposed to work. Just give business focus time when you have it, and then put your phone away, and then just try to get back to everybody that you have talked to within 24 hours. 12 to 24 hours is my rule. You know, there are times that my team will message me and I won't message them back till the next day. It's not that I don't care, but I have to have those boundaries, and I want you to set those boundaries for yourself now too. And then to make this business work, you have to take quitting off the table. So I challenge you to give this business a year of consistent work. You know, not a year of I'm in the business today and then not tomorrow and then in today and not tomorrow. Like, dive all the way in, give this business a year, and you will be mind blown at where you are. All of these girls who talked tonight, they've been in this business a year or more, and they've given it a consistent effort, and they've all reached diamond and beyond. And so you can do the exact same. You just have to be willing to put in a little bit of work and have this amazing mindset. So, you know, you'll hear us talk about self-development some, and maybe we'll do like a training on self-development sometime soon. But, you know, your mind, 80% of this business is your mindset. So you have a positive mindset, listen to things that are going to fill you up, make you feel good, and know that you are worthy of this. You know, it can be frustrating on days. Like today was a frustrating day for me, but tomorrow is going to be amazing. I just know it. And I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to give up on this business or my team. Like this is done so much for us, and I know it can do the same for you. Just make that decision that you're going to be all in. You're going to be all in, and you are going to be where we are in a year or beyond. So anyways, I love you guys. I have recorded this so you can go back and watch it and take notes if you need. And then if you want to share this video with anybody, I'll get it posted. Probably my internet is so slow, it probably won't be until tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for hopping on. Hopping on shows me that you are committed and you're ready to make this work, and I'm so proud of all of you. So have a good evening, guys. Bye.